Hi boys. I hope you all are well and have made the most of what has been a very strange term. I thought I would record a video of this speech rather than make your tedious school day feel any longer, so here it is. I know you all have listened to speeches from me roughly 40 times over the past year, but this is the last one, I promise. I also have some updates later on that may make listening worth your while. Anyways, I wanted to first extend my gratitude for all of you boys that make Perkins the house it is. We are by far the best house. I know it, you know it, all the other boys in the other houses secretly do without wanting to admit it. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to represent you all. From probably my first week of year 7, I knew I wanted this role. I've said it before, but Perkins has been so much more than a schoolhouse to me. It is a home. My fellow tutor group can affirm that high school is wild. You will experience highs and lows. And for me, Perkins has been both my safety net and foundation for the past 6 years. This is because of you boys, from year 7 to 12, who have contributed endless energy, empathy, support, comedy, and friendship to every person that is forced to climb the dodgy staircase up to our area. I'm also petrified to jinx it, and I touch wood when I say, but somehow I have not been a victim of that staircase just yet, although I know most of you have. Nonetheless, boys, I just wanted to reiterate how important you all have been to me and the rest of my year 12 tutor group. Together we have crafted a house where people can speak their mind, where Tom Wilson can bang his head against the locker and no one will ask a question, where Mr. Mills can boom his 80s disco music at 7 a.m. in the hallways, where around the world table tennis can spontaneously be sparked at any time of day, where pillows are thrown at the younger boys when they are too loud in the common room, where 5 boys can simultaneously tell Danny Cooperman to be quiet, where the common room can be cleared out before the Christmas holidays and we turn it into a cricket pitch using a school diary as a bat and a table tennis ball as our ball. We've had Tex Rocks in a wheelchair after skating into a parked car, and the Rex Bouvier shortly after for a tragic horse riding accident. There was the time Eden and Emmanuel collectively smashed the glass window at the top of the stairs, almost triggering a criminal investigation. We've had numerous picnics at Nielsen Park, where the daring Year 7 boys are encouraged to formally join Perkins by leaping off Jump Rock. We had the year when it rained and we all had to relocate to James Saywell's house, once again playing a game of backyard cricket with about 30 people in the rain. There was James Pelly hitting a Dil Tajani for a 6 on a 40-degree day at Dangar. Will Monday tricking Miss Far Jones into holding a fork in order to eliminate her from a Civ Nation, and Kieran scoring a buzzer-beater free throw to win us Year 7 house basketball. We've had Dane impersonate Texans, and Dash Bouvier tell the story of how he assisted a horse give birth and held the placenta. Nathan provided a comedy skit portraying the housewives of Bellevue Hill and concurrently making me fall off my chair in laughter during house assembly. I wish I could list every boy that makes our house so special, but I am wary of time. You all know who you are and how by simply making conversation about weekend sport or sharing how much you hate a certain subject like maths, you have contributed to our homely environment. Now, time for my Year 12 tutor group. We will have plenty of time to celebrate later on, but I just wanted to make a quick shout out to each and every one of you. Thank you, Matthew, for always providing a good chat about Mr. Og. Thank you, Louis, for your interesting thoughts after each hard English exam we sit. Thank you to Sam, who is always ready for a game of table tennis. Thank you, Will Sant, for your consistent ability to smash every single subject you do. Thank you to Josh Berman, who never fails to hit us all with a table tennis ball as hard as he can during each day in tutor period. Thank you to Kieran VJ Siva, who is always smiling and one of the most gentle and kind people you ever meet. Thank you, Will Reddick, for those more than interesting conversations at CAS swimming events in Year 7 and 8. Thank you, Ash, for openly providing the most scathing indictment of Year 10 CITF ever made in the history of Cranbrook. Thank you, Dane, for always challenging me to see things in different ways and for your support over the last year as my right-hand man. Thank you, Paddy Murr, for always being a good bloke and being open to chat about anything. From your latest Zendaya screensaver to Evan Solomon's and your mum's amazing feast, which was one of last year's highlights. Thank you, Will Monday, who has always been so supportive and brings fun and passion wherever he goes. Thank you to Adil, who has been such a good friend and always willing to provide input into any topic of conversation, especially matters concerning ATARs, ranks, and universities. Last but not least, thank you, Jack Bouvier. You've had to put up with a lot of my shenanigans and have always been great at giving banter back. Thank you for being such a legend. Boys, I love you all, and I hope you know that in a unique way, each of you have contributed positively to shaping each other's lives. Whether it's Munna's teaching us that there is no harm in some competitive spirit, or Kieran's physical prowess highlighting that hard work and consistent effort pays off. You are all great human beings, and I also would like to thank you for supporting me not just as your head of house, but since year 7. Of course, Miss Yang, I haven't forgotten about you. But please don't worry, you will receive a speech in the form of a roast when we finally get to have our tutor group dinner. Same goes for both Mr. Mills and Miss Farr-Jones. Don't think that we were going to make it that easy for you. With our departure comes a new opportunity for you boys. The Year 11s will take charge as leaders, and I have so much faith in every single one of them. Year 11, please consider what type of leaders you want to be, and how you can use your strengths as a collective to further enjoyment and participation within our amazing house. Please work together, listen to each other's ideas, and support the new head of house. You all have different skills, and it would be a shame not to take advantage of that. In terms of updates, we've decided to announce the new Perkins leaders on Thursday, so that we have time to contact each boy within a certain time frame. I also want to reiterate that being a leader does not mean having a fancy badge or a tie. It is how you inspire, enthuse, encourage, support, and model for younger boys what makes a good person. Perkins, I can't tell you how much being your head of house has meant to me. It has been an amazing opportunity to really understand you all and try be the person that I would enjoy hearing from weekly if I was in the younger years. Nothing is ever smooth sailing. Coupled with the stress of Year 12 and recurrence of lockdown, it has been hard for all of us. I really look forward to hopefully returning next term and seeing you all in person. I deeply miss House Assembly, coming around to your tutor groups, games of categories, the chats in Mr. Mills's office, the locker room banter, intense table tennis rivalries, and our gifted and caring tutors. Thank you to Miss Hyde, Miss Kavalik, Mr. Hamlin, Mr. Hanrahan, Mr. Beverley, Miss Yang, and Mr. Horton, who all work so very hard for us and continue to make us feel at home in Perkins. Boys, I also wanted to stress that whilst I am moving on from Cranbrook soon, I will always be here to chat with any of you about literally anything. Not that many of you will need to, but I will be around. Finally, almost a year ago, I wrote an email to all of your parents when Miss Farr-Jones announced she was leaving. At the end of the message, I said, with change comes opportunity, and I assure you that whilst our house may change structurally, the spirit, ethos, and friendships within our communities will remain unaffected. I stick by these words and trust that Perkins will continue to be the same fun and engaging environment, even in the absence of characters such as Dane, Jack, and Adil. So as I sign off on this final speech, I wish you all the very best for everything to come. We are so lucky to be where we are, in a position of privilege. And like I've said before, this is not something to be ashamed of or feel guilty for. Rather, it is an opportunity and catalyst to really make a difference in the world and other people's lives. Thank you, boys, for an amazing 6 years, and I hope to see you all very soon.